thank my teammates for pushing me through every practice to make me the best wrestler I could be. I'd like to thank the coaches. I'd like to thank Coach Jeffrey for showing me that I always have something left. Coach Byerly for always taking practices to world championships. I'd like to thank Coach Ford for always arguing for me at the CV meetings. I'd like to thank Mr. Showmaker for always telling me how good I looked out there on the mat. And I'd like to thank Coach B for letting me have the best time I've ever had in high school in the sport. Matthew 17:20 says, "For truly I say to you, if you have faith as small as a grain of the mustard seed, you will say to this, you can say to a mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible." That is what wrestling is all about having faith when you step out on the mat, that you'll be the one who gets your hand raised at the end. Nothing is impossible, but you must be committed and responsible, and be willing to listen to the coaches. To the underclassmen, I give my words of wisdom. Listen to the coaches, and don't leave anything, and leave it all on the mat. Thank you.
I'm not as capable as Dennis. I like to wing it. First off, I'd like to thank my family, my mom and dad especially, always being there for me. My grandma and grandpa, my aunts and uncles, cousins, everybody. And then I'd like to thank Coach B for showing me the wizard and all the other moves. Coach Ford always showed me the head lever. Coach Barley just using his muscles and hurt me. Coach Jeffrey, even though he didn't coach for the last 2 years, he really pushed us our freshman and sophomore year. Coach Showmaker, he was always there early in the morning. And I was already doing it. To the underclassmen, always being local. That'll give you so much. Things I would have done, freshman and sophomore year, I wouldn't have taken it off. I wouldn't have left all I had to give out there. Brain fart. Before we bring the coaches up here, I'd like to bring Lindsay Ford up here. She was our manager for 4 years. The team has that's for all the taping and knee braces and arm things, ice, all that stuff. That's all I got. So I'd like to thank everybody.
I want to thank my mom and dad for always supporting me through all my life. Thank you.
Coach B, for the presentation.
Alright, well those guys start off with missing people that we need to thank. The faculty here at the high school and in middle school make it really easy to coach here. The administration takes good care of our athletes here. The janitors, especially Jim Fleming, you know, this guy has his duties that he does, and then every night washed our clothes for us, folded our towels, brought them back over without being asked. And we really appreciate it. And then the Board of Education for passing everything that we need to have a successful program here, and giving us the things that we need. Last, the parents, the resident parents that we have, we're very lucky to have them. They do a great job. They make my life so much easier. Take care of these kids. They fed them every Saturday. Smorgasbord. I mean, sometimes it's just wonderful. You just look great. But, they sit through long days. They bring their kids out here at 5 o'clock in the morning, bring them out here over break for practices. And they're just so supportive and did a great job for us this year, and we're really lucky to have them. Just as a team this year, we had a 6-10 dual record, brought home the trophy from Eudora, finished in second place there. We were, after the second round of a lot of tournaments, we were sitting in the top 3, and we just didn't quite have enough to go ahead and push through and stay there for the rest of the day. At state this year, we finished in 12th out of 61 teams in 4A. So we had a great year as far as that goes. Our coaches, Coach Ford and Coach Byerly, did a great job this year. They're there at every practice, work hard with the kids. And I tell you, these guys said it, but it's nice to have Coach Byerly out there. Coach Ford and I are getting kind of old. We can throw him out there and say, sick him, and he does a great job of it. So with that said, I'll bring the kids up. Coach Ford, come in and pass out the certificates. Before I get started bringing up the underclassmen, I'd like to apologize. I messed up at the JV tournaments. A lot of times we had so many of them wrestling that we didn't get the books kept incredibly well. And my stats wouldn't show up today, so we went around and asked them what their records were in JV, and how they placed at the tournaments. And most of them remembered, and some of them didn't. And I don't know if it's because their record was so bad, or they didn't want me to say it or not. But these guys did a great job. We have a lot of first-year wrestlers out, and if you saw the seniors when they were freshmen and saw how they wrestled, and then you came and saw how good they were this year, and you watched this underclassmen group that we have with freshmen and watched how much they improved this year, in 3 years, we're going to be tough. Very, very tough. They have a lot of promise. Amanda Kernoog was a freshman manager for us this year, did a good job. Adam McCool wrestled 125 pounds on the JV for us this year. Kevin Stevens wrestled 125 for us this year on the JV level, ended up with a 1-16 record. Joe Windish wrestled varsity for us at 125 pounds, finished with a 5-18 season, and we threw him in a couple JV tournaments just to get him experience, and he ended up 3rd at the Gardner JV tournament. Justin Dean wrestled 140 pounds for us this year. That class was stacked. He wrestled on the varsity level. He took a lot of beatings, but it's going to pay off. He went out there every time and got after people. He finished 5-10 at the JV and 3-15 at the varsity level. Clinton Tinsley wrestled 145 pounds for us. Finished the season 3-12 at JV. Dylan Michelle wrestled 145 pounds for us this year. And I'm not sure, Dylan couldn't remember what his record was. Mark Burns wrestled 145 at the varsity level, and also wrestled some JV for us. Couldn't remember what his JV record was, but he ended up 3rd at Gardner Edgerton in a junior varsity tournament, and was 3-12 on the varsity level. Josh Stanfield wrestled 189 pounds for us at the JV. Daryl Kimsey wrestled 275 weight class for us. He was 3rd at Adrian and 1st at Gardner on the JV level, and had a 12-5 JV record. Fred Mormon wrestled 119 pounds for us this year at the varsity level, finished the season 0-13. Chad Brown wrestled 140 pounds for us at JV this year and had a 2-15 JV record. Justin Post wrestled 145 pounds for us this year, finished the year with a 3-14 junior varsity record. Sam Dokas, we asked Sam if he was coming, and he said, I'm so very tired. But if Sam hasn't told you already, he won 5 matches this year. So that's it. Josh Dowdy wrestled in the 275-pound weight class for us, He was second at Gardner Edgerton at JV and second at Adrian Junior Varsity, and finished with a 12-5 record. I tell you, here they are. There's 11 minutes, but those of you who have seniors graduating or have people graduating that you've been coming to watch, I encourage you to come back and watch these guys over the next few years. They're going to be tough. Tyler Applewood wrestled 112 pounds for us this year. He was second at Pleasant Hill, first at Eudora, fourth at Prairie View, first at Fredonia, third in the Frontier League, third at Regionals, and finished the season with a 26-11 record. Jacob Way, first-year wrestler, junior, wrestled 160 pounds and finished the season with a 6-16 record. Terry Donovan wrestled 215 pounds for us this year. He had a 13-3 junior varsity record. He was first at Adrian and second at Gardner, and finished up with a 3-2 varsity record. The next guys or the next people, because they're not all guys. The next people I need to bring up are our seniors. There are 7 of them. They did everything that seniors are supposed to do. That's just the way it is. That's all I can say about it. Everything that a senior is supposed to do. Lindsay Ford, manager. Andy White wrestled. He was fourth at Eudora and finished the season with a 5-25 record. Brandon Moylan wrestled 135 pounds. He was fourth at Pleasant Hill, second at Eudora, third at League, finished with a 21-14 record, and had a 40-57 career record here at Prairie View. Brandon Summer wrestled 171 for us. He was first at Pleasant Hill, first at Eudora, third at Prairie View, second at Fredonia, third at League, and second at Regionals this year. Finished with a 38 season and finished 83-30 here at Prairie View. Jason Matthews wrestled 189. He was second at Pleasant Hill, third at Eudora, first at Prairie View, first at Fredonia, second at League, first at Regionals, fourth in the 4A state, 36-6 season, 77-38 career. Michael Lawrence, 215. He was first at Pleasant Hill, first at Eudora, third at Prairie View, fourth at League, ended up with a 22-12 season and a 32-29 career record. Dennis Kimsey wrestled 275. He was first at Pleasant Hill, first at Eudora, first at Prairie View, second at Fredonia, first at League, first at Regionals, second in the state at 4A, finished 35-3 and a 90-40 career. Before I have these guys sit down, Jimmy with the Twisters asked me to announce the scholarships. I don't have anything to give you. I'll get it to you. I don't know what the dollar figure is. But the first one is the Ron Showmaker Scholarship. It goes to Jason Matthews. He had to have a 2.4 GPA. Had to wrestle for the Twisters for 3 years. The second one is the Lynn County Twister Award, and it goes to Brandon Sommer. And then the third one was the Timothy Goenauer Sportsmanship Scholarship, and it goes to Jason Matthews. These guys had a great season, and I'm very proud of them. So let's give them a hand as they sing. These pictures that they gave us are great. I got one last year. I had it on the wall of my house. Hopefully, before I retire, I'll have it. Thank you very much. Billy Fleming Memorial Wrestling Award. Each year we give it out. Needs to go to a member of the Prairie View wrestling team that is in good standing. Person needs to have strong character and display positive leadership and sportsmanship. They need to be dependable and cooperative. They need to be honest. They need to abide by the wrestling and athletic department rules. And they need to hold a strong respect for Prairie View High School. You saw some of the people we brought up here. We had some great candidates. The kids voted. It was an extremely tight race. But this year's award goes to Dennis Kimsley.